first thing on opening this up, you're going to see a little instructional flyer. Tells you a little bit about the light, wattage, installation, things like that. Luckily with this one, I've installed a couple of other lights and they come with the bare wires. This one here has the outlet on it, so I do like that. But I can also snip that, hardwired if I need to, if I decide to. So this foam cap right here is going to have two things inset. First one is going to be this hook, okay, and this does have the safety screw on it, so you can undo this screw, hook it on, drive the screw back in, and it's not going to be able to come off. So I love that feature. And then you have, it looks like your safety cable. Yep, so just braided safety cable. This is what you do. You secure it to either your I-beams or your joists or whatever, a secure, something that's going to be secure up on the roof. So if it fails from the cord or something, or however else you have it mounted, this is your safety catch, right? So that's what that is. Let's move this, put this back down here. Okay, then here's the beauty right here. Let's just see this beautiful light. I honestly think these are so pretty. When I was looking at this, I just love how clean it looks. Here we go. Okay, so here's the light itself. You know what, let's go ahead and put this right up here so we can talk about it and you can see it. Let's put this plastic up here. Okay, so you've got this LED high bay light. Let's talk a little bit about it. First off, you can get them in different wattages. This one in particular is a 200 watt. I'm going to see what the light output looks like, and then if I need more, I'll get more, if I like the way that it broadcasts and everything. Lots of things that I like about this. One of the most is I don't like the halogen lights or the tubes because of that flicker, right? They make that little noise and they have that flicker. Not a huge fan of that. And it's not just when you turn it on, when it, and then it turns on. It's throughout. If the ballast is going out or if it's not working, you get that flicker and you have that flicker on the ends of it. I like nice, clean, solid light, especially in a shop or in a workspace. So that's why I'm erring towards LED. So no flicker on the display. Next, a feature on this that I really like is that it's, not only is it very bright, but it's an adjustable brightness. So you can set this one from 100%, 80%, and 60%. So you have three different functions or three brightness settings that you can do depending on your workspace, right? Wherever you're using it. In my shop, where it's a large shop, I'll probably have it 100% all the time, all of them. But if it's in, let's say that you have, this big light, you want it to light up this workspace and you install it and you realize, man, that's really bright for this workspace. You can crank it down to 80 or 60 and see if that suits your needs. But not all types of lighting have that functionality, so I want to point that out. Another thing I want to point out is, of course, like I said, it's LED. You can see all the little LED bulbs going around it, or the cells. Some things on LED, which most of us know, but I want to point out, is it's not only is it convenient, right? Because I'm not going to have to change this. Most LEDs have 50,000 hours, but it's long lasting. And here's the most important thing: it's energy saving, which equals money saving, right? So I can have a whole row, 2 rows of these, and because they're LED, not only are they going to last long, so I'm not replacing them as frequently, but they're going to save me money on the power usage as well. So I love that. This, it looks like it's a powder coated, beautiful white, which I really, really like, but it's die-cast aluminum. And so you have these air fins here to where it's not going to overheat. LED doesn't produce a very high heat anyway. Maybe really, really high wattage ones, but I've never experienced that. But either way, it's aluminum. That's going to dissipate heat very well. And so that's something that I want to point out, is that the aluminum dissipates heat. It just has the metal itself. It's just really good at that. So overall, my first glance on this without having it hooked up is that it's honestly excellent quality. Everything about it looks like it's a high excellent quality. Your adjustment is right here. You take this little dust cover off, and this is how you can adjust it from low, medium, and high. It's got a little dial, right, with a Phillips head on it, and you can turn that. But overall, excellent quality. Beautiful workmanship. I love the white because the white really gives it just that professional look, as opposed to some of the others that just have a simple brown backing, or honestly just the manufacturer backing because they think, hey, it doesn't matter. But I like the uniform look. I really do. And multiple mounting options. One that I really like is it looks like you have this 3/8 inch thread, so you can mount your thread to your I-beam wherever you want, and then screw this onto it, and then it has a safety nut right here, or a safety set screw right there, so you can screw that in, and it's not going to go anywhere. So love it. Let me go ahead and get it installed so you can get a glance at it. and then we'll go from there.
Okay, I just plugged it in and I was so impressed that I kind of wanted to give you the same effect that I just had. Keep in mind my garage is a little dirty right now. We recently moved into this house and so I've got a bunch of stuff. But anyway, so these are my two lights that I got from another company. They are an LED type light, but you know, in my garage I felt like, hey, this is really good. So I just wanted you to see this, and then I'm going to unplug those and plug in just this high bay light. And hopefully the camera will be able to show this effect. Okay, so this is what it looks like with just the high bay light. Now keep in mind, this isn't going to be its final resting spot like I said. This garage, these ceilings are only, looks like 8 feet. And the farther down this has to go, the brighter, the wider the beam is that it's going to cast. But I hope you can see this. If not, you know, I may do a really quick comparison in a different way, but I just wanted you to see this. I think it's an amazing difference. I love that quality of light that's coming out of there as well. Super clean. I can tell that I'm not using it for what it's worth because I can see the way it's casting the light on the floor. The higher this is, the better it's going to look, but I just wanted to show this to you.